Welcome to the 30-day Balance with a Broom challenge. Let's jump in and get started. Welcome to day 28. You are here, 28. You started a challenge and you have not given up. You have not quit because you're determined. That's the type of person you are. Be so proud of that. We're going to jump right in, get stretched out, and get started. All right, let's stretch it out. Use your left arm to stretch out the right arm with your broom. So beautiful diagonal. We are lengthening the front muscles here. We are not going to play tug of war. Not with those muscles. We're going to lengthen them out so that we have permission to strengthen the back muscles and not play tug of war. Let's do one more. Straight up. Use the left to lengthen that right arm. This is more for the capsule, the actual joint, that humeral joint of the shoulder, to move the fluid around, lengthen some of the tension there, maybe between the ligaments, the muscles, prevent what we call frozen shoulder, adhesive capsulitis. Let's prevent that by keeping our mobility throughout all of our range. All right, my favorite arcs. Down, around, stretch out that right rib cage all along here. And down. Down, around, lengthen, open everything up. We're not going to fight with any tight muscles. We're going to lengthen them first. Oh, beautiful. Let's switch it up. Use the right to lengthen, stretch out the left. This is all what we call proximal strengthening or stretching. Muscles that are up here close to the body. Straight up, use that right arm, lengthen the left arm. Let's keep that mobility, especially as we age. All of us need this mobility of our shoulders. One more. All right, let's arc it out. Use the right, down, around, stretch out that left rib cage, open everything up. We're balancing out our trunk on both sides, freeing that diaphragm so it can help us breathe. Get some deeper breaths in there, not so shallow. Two more. Last one, down, around, and up. Oh, beautiful. Let's get moving. Grab that broom, posture first and foremost. Shoulder blades are back and down. March out that left leg with me. Okay, shoulder blades, once again, posture. They're down, they're not up, they're not back, they're down into the back pocket. We are working our abdominals because we're sitting up tall, right? You're not hunched over, you're not leaning back, sitting upright, nice and tall, stabilizing our trunk. And we're working those legs. Maybe you added an ankle weight throughout this. If you didn't, don't worry, you're still getting a challenge. One more. Okay, take that broom in the right hand, thumb facing up. Okay, reach and squeeze the shoulder blade for posture. Reach, squeeze. Now the whole time sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we're not compromising here. We're sitting up tall the whole time. So we're using those abdominals to stop us and then to pull us back into center. So using that core, those core muscles to stabilize our trunk proximally the whole way. We need to be able to move and yet stabilize. One more, ready? Okay, you ready for both of them? Woo, brain body. Left leg, right arm. We're not gonna reach, but we're gonna punch. So lift and punch, posture. Lift and punch, posture. Focus with me. Are you sitting up tall? Your abdominals are stabilizing your trunk. So you're tightening them. You're zipping up those pants without holding your breath. That's kind of hard, isn't it? So if you feel like you're holding your breath, maybe talk with me, lift and punch, squeeze, then you're not holding your breath. Okay? Those abdominals are tight. You're sitting up tall, working the arms and the legs. Ready? One more. Fantastic job. Let's go to those ankles. We need them for balance. Toes up, toes down, squeeze the butt muscles. Up, down, squeeze the butt muscles. Up, down, squeeze. These two exercises get neglected so often. Ankles for balance, butt muscles for posture. They get neglected so much. We focus on kicks and marches and step outs and all those things. And we forget the butt, which is responsible for stabilizing, posture, everything. And we forget the ankles that are necessary for balance. One more, okay? Toes up, down, squeeze. Oh, fantastic. Okay, for our arms, we're gonna alternate punches. So start with that left arm. Just punch it forwards, squeeze. Now the right arm, squeeze. Punch the left, squeeze the shoulder blade right, squeeze that shoulder blade left, squeeze right. And when you squeeze, you're squeezing back and down, okay? Never ever are we squeezing up. No, when you squeeze up, you're using the upper traps, which are tight and overactive in most people. And then the lower traps down at the bottom of the scapula are weak. And so if we just reinforce that upper trap muscle from firing, we're just reinforcing that imbalance there. One more on the right side. All right, let's try to combine those. Toes always start up, okay? Toes down, punch with the left, toes up, punch with the right. Now, are we sitting up tall? Abdominals, keep them contracted, tight. Let them stabilize your core, your trunk, your spine. All right, so those are firing. And then we have posture. Nice, beautiful core posture. Core. When our core is weak, our spine is not stable. And then our spine, we get back pain. We need to, that's why for a lot of back pain, they say work on core strengthening because you need to stabilize. All right, one more on each side. Right, posture, left, posture. Fantastic job. All right, we're gonna switch sides to the right leg. March it out with me. Up and down, okay? As always, we have our shoulder blades back and down. An active sitting position that we try to mimic throughout the day. Try to keep those shoulder blades back and down, trying to sit up tall, trying to stabilize the core, okay? All the time I'm typing and I think, oh, what am I doing? I'm passively sitting like this. All right, so I sit up tall, shoulder blades are back and down. Focusing throughout the day on carry over. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. Ready? 1 and 2. Very good. All right, for those arms, as always, we're gonna repeat on the opposite side. So take that broom with the left arm, thumb facing up. We are going to reach and squeeze that shoulder blade. Reach and squeeze. Now our abdominals are activated because they are stopping us and then they're pulling us back into center. So thank you, abdominals. Thank you for stabilizing me and stopping me and bringing me back, helping me out, right? When we're sitting up tall, we're not hunching over. We're up tall the whole time, working on our core and our posture. Last one. Let's combine those. All right, so we're gonna march the right and punch the left. March, punch, posture. March, punch. Okay, now for the beautiful challenge. Are you sitting up tall? Is your spine straight? Or are you either crunching, which we don't want, or are you tipping, which we don't want? We want beautiful, up tall, posture, tight core. That's what we want here. 2 more. Last one. Fantastic job with round 1. Round 2, we have 2 exercises here, okay? Remember your posture. Go ahead and extend that left leg with me, okay? For 30 seconds, we're just gonna bring our toe down and up. Toe down and up. Now, how's your posture? Are your shoulder blades back and down? Hopefully you're getting a little better at understanding that. It takes a while sometimes for my patients to understand what back and down means into the back pocket. And if they struggle, sometimes I have them go up, back, down, and I say, stay there, okay? Because, it's kind of hard at times, but we're not going up, okay? Our core, are you sitting up tall still? Okay, and we're firing here. All right, that was 30 seconds, a little bit more. Okay, so for our arms, we're gonna extend those arms up and we're gonna do a right rainbow. So take that right arm, pull that broom down, open your chest and up, down. If you have Parkinson's disease, open that left hand big. Make everything big in life, okay? If you're walking, take ginormous steps because what may feel like way too big actually might be more normal than we think. There's a brain and body disconnect. So make everything big in life. Big hands, big movements, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and combine those. So straighten. We are strengthening, but straighten that left leg. Bring those arms down and up. Now this is pretty hard because when that left leg is up, that means we want to tip back, but don't let yourself. Try your best to sit up tall. Your spine is straight, okay? You're up tall. You have that string on the top of your head pulling you up. Your abdominals are tightening and contracting. You're working on your posture and you're really firing those left quadriceps. All right, lower that down. That prevents your knee from buckling. All right, let's go ahead, switch legs. Shoulder blades are back and down. Extend that right leg for 30 seconds. Toes down, toe up, down, and up. Shoulder blades are back and down, sitting up tall, firing here, contracting those abdominals. They're not just hanging there, they're nice and tight. All right, those right quadriceps are firing, preventing that knee from buckling, stabilizing it. One more. Fantastic. All right, left rainbow. So up, take that broom, center it a little bit with the left arm, bring it down, open, and up, down and open. Always Parkinson's, open that right hand. All my friends with ataxia here, we're still working on our core stability. those abdominals stabilizing us. Sometimes we have what's called truncal ataxia. We have weakness in that trunk, some instability, some tremoring. Okay, so we need to stabilize our trunk when we move our limbs. All right, the posture, we're up tall, we're opening, we're squeezing, and that's our last one. Good job. All right, let's combine those. So straighten out that right leg, up. All right, 30 seconds, down and up, okay? Try not to lean back. Try to sit up tall. Try to keep that spine straight. That not leaning back part's not easy. Work on your posture. Stabilize your core. That core has to be stable for the spine, for all of our movement, okay? That's why we get often so much back pain, because we don't have a stable core to hold it, to stabilize it. All right, one more. Oh, fantastic job with round 2. Round 3, you are fantastic for being here. Shoulder blades back and down, step overs. Take that left leg up, over, out. All right, out, over, in. Stepping, remember our visual is the car. In and out of the car or the bathtub. Now, once again, what's our temptation? To crunch. We're gonna sit up tall. We're gonna work on our posture. We're gonna stabilize proximally. So our shoulder blades are back and down, and we are sitting up tall. One more. Great job. All right, we're gonna press over that left side. So take both of the arms and straighten both of them and squeeze both shoulder blades. So press and squeeze both. Press. Now we're going over that left side, so make sure those abdominals are nice and tight. So tighten those abdominals, squeeze. Abdominals. We tighten the abdominals whenever we move our limbs away from our body, okay? Studies show that if people do the opposite, they move their limbs and then their trunk, they have back pain. Versus if we stabilize our trunk, then our limbs, we stabilize the spine, less back pain. All right, one more. All right, you're ready? Let's take that left leg, step over, press. Pull it in and in. Step over, press. Squeeze over, in. Step over, press. Squeeze the shoulder blades, bring that leg in. Up, over, press. Now, how's your posture? Are you stable? Are you sitting up tall? Are you stabilizing the core, the trunk? That's the word we use over and over because that's what we're doing. Okay? Or are you crunching? Are you wavering? Okay, try your best. Last one. Fantastic job. All right, straight to those ankles, toes up, down, squeeze the butt muscles, the glutes. Toes up, toes down, and squeeze the butt muscles. 3 glutes. Another area that if they're weak, our pelvis might drop. If your pelvis drops, your vertebrae, your spine side bends. Once again, back pain. All right, pelvis pain, you like that? Pelvic pain. Any imbalance is probably going to cause pain. All right, so stabilizing that trunk or that pelvis with those glute muscles. One more, up, down, squeeze. All right, a simple but good one, an overhead press. Okay, so just straight up and shoulder blades squeeze down and back. Up, shoulder blades down and back. Into the back pockets, okay? Up, down, squeeze for posture, up. Now remember, we're sitting up tall. Our abdominals are activated. Keep them zipped in, keep them tight. If you hold your breath, talk it out, press, squeeze. You can talk to prevent yourself from holding your breath. But we are so good, aren't we? One more. All right, let's combine those. Toes up. Okay, ready? Toes down and press. Toes up and pull. Down and press. Up and pull. Remember, when you pull, you're squeezing the shoulder blades. All right? Remember, we're sitting up tall. Okay? Abdominals are still activated. Everything is active proximally at that trunk. Nothing is just passively hanging out. It is all completely active. All right, we have 2 more. The last one. Very good. All right, step over that right leg, in and out of that car, in and out of that bathtub. Okay, up, over, out, over, in, up, over, out. Now this is one of the hard ones for people to stabilize their trunk, okay? People compromise, people curl, people fall backwards. I should say tip, not the word fall. But we are going to work our best to stay stable. So if that means you have to do a small step to stay stable, do that, okay? Do what you can to make sure you don't compromise your posture, your spine, your trunk, your core, your stability. All right, one more. Okay, pressing over the right side. So straighten both arms and then squeeze those shoulder blades, press. So what I was saying before is studies have done electrodes all over people and have assessed, do they contract proximally and then the limbs? In other words, core then limbs? Or do they contract limbs and then the core muscles? And that is where they saw a difference in back pain. People that stabilize and then move have less back pain. People that move and then stabilize have more back pain. So remember to stabilize the core whenever you move your limbs. All right, a lot of education today. All right, so now we're gonna combine those. So try your best to step, press, squeeze in, step, press, squeeze in. Now, how is your posture? How are your abdominals? Fire those abdominals. Posture. Fire those abdominals, tighten them. Posture. Tighten those abdominals and posture. Are you tightening your abdominals? If you're holding your breath, then talk it out. Say step over, press. Step over, in. Step over, press. Step over, in. So get your breath in between though. Okay. And one more. Remember, our spine is straight, our posture. You are fantastic with round 3. Round 4, finish strong with me. Posture. March out that left leg with me. Okay, this is how we started today. This is how we're ending for our last round. Okay, so you're awesome. You're here. You've got your posture, right? You're sitting up tall. You're stabilizing and you're working that leg, okay? Small but very important movements. If you advance and it's too easy, press down that right when you lift the left. Add an ankle weight. Okay. All right, now we're gonna take on that broom in the right arm again, thumb facing up. Before we went to the side, now we're just gonna punch forwards. Squeeze that shoulder blade forwards. Squeeze. Now remember, I'm on repeat. It's not the video repeating, it's me. That you're gonna squeeze back and down. Press. There's nothing wrong with the video, it's not glitching. I'm just on repeat because I'm really reminding us that the back and down. Press, back and down, into the back pockets. Lower traps, mid traps, rhomboids, those are the muscles that you are targeting. You're targeting those muscles because they stabilize the scapula, they pull you back for posture. All right, very good. You ready to combine those? We can do this. Okay, so It's a march and a punch and squeeze. March and punch. Now, how is this one for the core? Is it really tempting to tip? Is it really tempting to compromise? Absolutely. Try not to compromise. So you're sitting up tall. You're activating. You're working on that posture. So your posture, your active core, posture, core, posture. Remember the course the whole time, but I like to emphasize it at certain points. All right, 2 more. 1 more. Fantastic job. Last round of ankles and butt. Okay, so here we go. Toes up, toes down, and squeeze the butt muscles. Toes up, down and squeeze, and up. Now, how are those shoulder blades? How is that posture? Ankles, butt muscles, posture. Ankles, butt muscles, posture. And remember, always bring those toes up in between. People that have foot drop, try your best. If you're not seeing your toes go up, if it's still staying on the ground, just try, okay? Just try. Those muscles may be firing and you may not see it. All right, you ready for the arms? We're just going to do a forwards roll. Up, around, down, squeeze the scapulas. Up, around, down, squeeze. Up, around, down, squeeze. All right, beautiful rolling, squeezing. A roll. Now, your shoulders may raise up when you go up around, but then remember, down and back. Up, around, down and back. How's that core? Are you sitting up tall? Are you activating those muscles, those abdominals? They're zipped up, they're really activated. They're not passively just hanging out. 1 more, active sitting. Very good, let's combine those. Start with the toes up. Even if you can't see your toe up, just try please. All right, toes down, up, around, down, toes up, around, down, toes up, around, down, toes up, around, down. Now, how is your sitting? Are you sitting tall? How are those abdominals? Are they firing? Are they stabilizing? All right, and then we're moving those shoulders and then we're working on our posture. Up, around, down, up, around, down. We only have 1 more of this. Very, very good. All right, let's march it out with that right leg. This is our last exercise. All right, march it out with me. Posture, abdominals, leg muscles, you're fantastic. I remind people about the toes. Don't get frustrated. Try your best because I work with a lot of people with ataxia, a lot. And sometimes we have what's called foot drop, and that foot is dropped. And we lose that dorsiflexion, that ability to lift the toes. Just try. Take off those AFOs, those orthotics, and just try. So good. Shoulder blades are back and down. 1 last one. Okay, broom goes in the left arm, thumb facing up. We reach forwards and squeeze. Forwards and squeeze. And what is the sequence, right? We activate the core and then the arm. That core and then the arm. Stabilize yourself before you move your limbs. All right, that is so important. And try to remember that throughout the day. I mentioned this before, but I was vacuuming and I wasn't stabilizing my core. Like, what am I doing? I didn't pay attention. Pay attention. Try to stabilize all the time if you can, without holding your breath. So we have our core and our posture, and we only have 1 more. Core, posture. Great job. Last exercise for today. Last one. Try your best. It is a right leg, left arm squeeze. Right leg, left arm. This is hard to sit up tall, isn't it? It's really hard. I want to crunch, you want to crunch, okay? You want to tip, I want to tip. We can't. We have to stabilize our core. We have to move those limbs. Sitting up tall. That is how we stabilize. We stabilize. You like that? That is how we strengthen our sitting balance. We stabilize. 2 more. That's it. 1 more. Fantastic job. Oh my gosh, let's stretch it out. Use your left to lengthen the right. Oh, into that beautiful diagonal. This is an opportunity to review, allow those muscles to lengthen again, stretch them out. They've been stretched out, but kind of give them an opportunity here. Prepare us if this is a morning thing with you for the rest of the day. Now here's the other deal. You're on day 28. You're just about finished. So after this challenge is finished, well, first off, let's go up and down. It's hard to count and talk. But after you finish, I encourage you to continue your stretches. Now, you may want to repeat the challenge and add weights. Maybe add weight to maybe add some baked beans or an ankle weight or wrist weights. You may say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to amp it up, and that's fantastic. Or you may jump into another challenge, which is great. All right, down, around, up. Lengthen that right rib cage. You may jump into another challenge of mine, which would be awesome. I have a TheraBand challenge. I'm putting together a static standing balance. I have a Tai Chi inspired sitting balance challenge. That would be amazing. But hey, maybe you're gonna jump into something else. Maybe you're gonna check out another exercise routine, which is fantastic. I think that's amazing, okay? Whatever you decide, just continue to stay active. Now we're gonna use the right to strengthen or stretch out that left, okay? But if you continue in something else, I encourage you to keep that broom handy, especially if you have Parkinson's disease. It's very important for you to lengthen and stretch out everything. So if you do, no matter what, I encourage that. And then if you have friends or if you're part of a Facebook group or a support group where people are struggling with side bending or leaning or posture, encourage them. Hey, so silly, just grab a broom. Use one arm to lengthen the other arm. It's like you have a second person with you, and that second person is helping you out, but instead it's you. You're helping yourself out. 3, 2 more after this. Okay, and I always speak to my friends with ataxia because if you continue this with an upgrade, that's fantastic. All right, we're gonna go down, around, up. If you jump into another challenge of mine, great. Another challenge outside, it doesn't matter to me. What is amazing if you stay active. But carry along that core, that active sitting, not passive sitting. Carry with you the concept of stabilizing the spine, stabilizing proximally before you move distally. In other words, contract the abdominals before you move the arms or legs. That is so important for all of us. Oh, fantastic job. Wonderful today. Congratulations for finishing day 28. You are almost there. It is amazing that you finished day 28. Never ever leave always this entire challenge without being proud of yourself for showing up. Give yourself credit for your attendance. Say, I did it. I am so proud of who I am today. Please come back, finish this with me. Little steps, we can make some big gains.